quite have them. So. On a TV show because I'm trying to make all these live stream celebrities. fucking party.
You know what was funny? When I was like looking at one of the pictures when it don't help. And like, if anything, it probably don't help at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like I think it's like sometimes when I don't have something to drink, I think I just start getting depressed. Like, I don't know why. Sometimes, I mean, it might have something to do with the fact that I do sleep late, but I'm just constantly depressed all the time. And I feel like, just, having a drink or something probably might help, I guess. Yeah, I've been. Physical decent. More phony interactive entertainment. Them and Columbia Pictures own the rights to the Men in Black franchise, if I remember correctly. Which I love the majority of the movie that they made over the years. Like the animated movies, like Surf's Up. I think they made an open season of it, didn't they? Let's say that was a really good. I would say that and open season 2 and maybe 3. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, somebody people's phones and change the fucking ringtone at least once. Yeah, I was like saying Wes's girlfriend. I think it's like as time goes on, people kind of don't really care as much when you don't spend enough time around other adults more your level, or not your level, but just in general. But then when you're a kid, or anybody's a kid, they care more about you spending time with kids. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I kind of find it a tad bit demeaning because, like, yeah, I get people care about, kids spending time with other kids, but it's like, it just kind of sounds like people don't give it really at all a damn about, uh, these things I kind of understand, like, the concept of why some people, like, leave a show going or a movie going if they're the ones who play it, but then it's like, what's the point of a pause? You know what I mean? It's like they don't care if they miss anything, so they just leave the show going. I guess they'll just watch it later. It's almost kind of like as if they choose not to understand the point of a pause button, so they just leave the show going regardless, and they're just gonna have to rewind where the hell they left off. it's like, I don't know. I don't know why this shit irritates me on some level. People do that. They do it on purpose. Almost kind of like as if people do that on purpose because they either know it annoys people or they just not care. It's a thing it kind of has been bugging me a little bit. It is like, Faith lets her son act like, like a spoiled little brat sometimes. And it's like, I can't say anything because it's not my place to say it. But it's like, still, it's like, it just kind of irritates me on some level. And I just ask if he can give me a hug, and he's like, nah. Or maybe not in that way, but it's like, did I do something to the kid or something? Like, I'm not being rude. I just find that irritating when the kid acts like that sometimes. When she doesn't know how to raise her kid to be decent and human being. Like, some parents just let their kids act like a bunch of insufferable little brats and nobody can do a thing about it. I'm like, what is the point if you're just gonna let your kid act like an insufferable little brat? You're basically just letting them do, say, and act however the hell they want. Nobody can tell you otherwise. That's like if a parent just let their kid go in the store with them, and they said and did this and act this way, and it's like, sounds like if their door really is working all that bad for them, it's like, why don't they put a lock on it, for God's sake? I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is probably just make maybe the floor in other areas a different type of wood. That way it's like, all of it ain't the same freaking color. I just don't want it to be like, end up being boring or something. Can't expect me to actually want to go to the freaking wedding. Because it's like, there's been many times since they moved out, they haven't even been for us even one time. And they're going to expect me to want to go to the wedding? Are you serious? Like, they can't be there for us, but then they expect us to be there for their wedding? Are you kidding me right now? Well, yeah, it's a big moment in life. They're going to want you there. been many times we wanted them there for many other things. Were they there? No. Nobody really addresses that. I mean, nobody really says how incredibly selfish it is on some level. And I'm like, of course they don't, because they just think more about themselves. Think more about other people than, the crap that they do. I was gonna say think more about themselves than they do other people. Obviously, they're gonna care about them and actually addressing all the stupid crap they say. Like the fact that they were trying to make it seem like I was pissed off at the parade one time last year. Because it's totally fine to literally point something out that's not true. They're gonna tell me to let that crap go, and I'm like, I did let go, but it's like, nobody said how stupid that was, so it's like, now it's you to say that. Almost as if every time they either do or say something, they just justify it because they're adults. Nobody cares. I don't give a damn if they're adults. If they're adults, they should know, maybe not to try to make it sound like I'm pissed off about something when I'm not. Like, they know me for more than 10 years. They act like they never even met me a day in my life. Probably, that's probably how the majority of their kids are going to be in the future, when they probably act like they met me for the first time. That's one of the reasons why I have a problem with most of the family members having kids. Is like, they're probably not even going to know who the hell I am, because they probably just interact with, what they call their real family. They say they're with their family, but it's like, how often do we ever see their kids? Every year and a half? I mean, what is the exact point of having kids if it's like, if it's not to literally interact with all the other family members they hardly ever see? I mean, that's why I don't want to have kids, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm the one really keeping them from the family. Well, it's like thinking, I mean, why would I not? Because, like, I think nowadays the whole point of just being the kid's parent or family member is just basically to keep them away from all the other family members. They either don't care for the kid to see it all. They do care, but it's like they don't really act like they care. It's always, like, see, the thing is, I do feel like when, and this is one thing that kind of irritates me a little bit, because, like, I've been this one person's family member since, like, 2015, but it's like, immediately when a kid literally just ends up entering the family, it's almost like raising them is more important than actually, interacting with them anymore. Almost like, oh yeah, I raised them for like 4 years. I'm like, so knowing someone for more than 10 years doesn't matter when it comes to raising a kid. I mean, that's basically what it sounds like. Always like what my dad said one time. It's always like, oh yeah, well, I mean, she has a steady boyfriend and a steady job. I don't give a fuck about her steady job or her steady boyfriend. I really don't fucking care. That's really none of my damn business. It's like, nowadays, it's like, we'll probably find out tomorrow that another one of Sherry's family members are either pregnant or getting married. I don't give a damn. Like, she wants to get pregnant, so be it, but it's like, don't expect me to be involved, because they're not going to involve me anyway. Because like, I'll either be at work, or they'll just not even really give to, shit, so I'll say. Or maybe I'm starting to just kind of understand how left out I feel whenever it comes to them not involved with their kid. I guess because I think it's like, oh yeah, like it don't really affect nobody else other than myself. And it's like when it affects me, it don't bother a whole lot of other people. And it's like it bothers me because like I'll just be that forgettable family member that people probably will forget in 10, 15 years. What were you saying? It's like, see, I'm starting to understand why people move out because again they want to really be independent. They want to do things their own way. But it's like, see that's the thing nowadays. I feel like nowadays, like a lot of people want to do things their way, or it's basically the highway or something. Or again, we can't say nothing about it because they're either gonna get pissy or it's like it's always everybody else's opinion versus yours, and it's like, so it does that involve though in not literally reaching out to somebody when somebody's family member passes away, but whenever it comes to the grandfather passing away, that matters a whole lot more. And that's what it kind of sounds like to me. It's like they weren't really wondering if I was doing okay, when my mom passed away. They really didn't ask me either, even if I was doing okay when my grandparents passed away. I mean, it's like, see, the thing is, they lost their grandpa. That's nothing compared to what I had to go through whenever I lost both of my grandparents. I mean, you lost your grandpa as well. And I feel like I've suffered a whole lot more, with losing my grandparents than I did whenever I lost my mom. And it's like some people I feel like they don't really act like they even care. It's always like, oh yeah, you lost two people, move on. Because that's going to be really easy in the future. It's like, nobody really thinks of the outcome. They just kind of think of the aftermath or something of the whole thing. It's like they just kind of either choose to ignore it or just look over their shoulder like nothing ever happened. Because, pretending everything never really happened in the first place really, I mean, it really does it really works out really well for a lot of people. They do it, I mean, what says, nobody else can do it, can't do it. A lot of people nowadays, all they really care about is always just busting their ass, working a stupid ass job that, it's always, oh yeah, so it's like, to everybody else, I mean, we're just a freaking news headline story. And that's the thing nowadays, it's always, oh yeah, I gotta be in news, like, what my family members are. Why? I mean, I get you want to take care of people, but for what exact reason? I mean, maybe I'm missing the whole entire point of that, but I don't get it. It's like, what if I'm not a nurse? I'm really not to talk to the freaking family or something? It's like, I'm not somebody being a nurse and start kissing everyone else's ass. That's literally what it feels like. And they think it's like that's the one job that will put you on top of the family tree or something. Or fucking dad. You say other relationships, I probably don't have one. Anytime I would say one thing to you, I tell him that, you know, see, the thing is, when it comes to work, religion, politics, or sports, or anything, it's like he cares about and he actually listens to every bit of it. But then when it comes to me actually telling him that I go to a movie with my cousin, he's like, "Well, I don't remember that." Where it's like, I mean, I do remember telling you that. It's like, you think? And then he was like, you think you remember it? I'm like, all right. I was just telling you I'm going to a movie with my cousin. Well, okay. Not trying to argue, but all right. It's like, you know, sometimes like he may not say he's being condescending, but I kind of feel like he is. You know, I'm like, I'm just trying to simply tell you something, but it's like when he comes off being like that, but I'm like, okay. And he may not see it this way, but I feel like sometimes it's like, you know, depending on the conversation, I don't know. And he may not, and this is one thing that kind of has bothered me a little bit. Him and Sherry haven't actually gone outside of anywhere other than anywhere else in Missouri in like since 2018 or 2019. And I'm like, why is it that it's been so long since they ever actually chose to go anywhere? Because it's like, yeah, they don't want to really make the effort to actually spend the money to go anywhere anymore. Because all they choose to do is really just go to drug court, go to work all the time, or go to church, and that's it. I mean, if it's every other once in a blue moon to freaking spend 4th of July or any of the freaking holidays that people actually choose to actually be involved in. I mean, it's like, you know, I think I'm just kind of tired of the same old freaking shtick. And everybody else is kind of just looks over their freaking chooses to just look the other way on most stuff. And it's like, it just kind of gets old after a while. See, it's like, you know, I feel like, you know, some people comfort people after they pass away, but then they expect people not to really act a certain different way. They're just like, I need help. Or it's like, I think it's just like other people just don't really have much of a conversation with people. And then it's like when somebody actually chooses to bring it up, then they're just like, oh yeah, you need to move on. Yeah, that's a really nice way to communicate with someone. Yeah, because telling somebody they don't know how to communicate or they either don't know how to do this when it's like they're the ones who really say all this stupid crap. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes them the problem. I mean, it's like I just feel like people are just constantly gaslighting people all the time, and then they expect people not to get mad about it. I mean, like I said yesterday, what I think is, you know, people think they probably may not have a hard time dealing with the loss of their family member. So it's like anytime they bring it up, I mean, and then tell them to move on, they think that's gonna help or anything, or it's like they think it's like some people forget, for one, like my uncle forgets sometimes that I have autism, I have ADHD, I have anxiety, and sometimes I have a hard time interacting with people since, you know, I graduated high school. I think I've always had trouble interacting with people, and they just think, oh yeah, telling someone to just move on when they obviously have suffered a great deal of pain, probably just as much as they have, or maybe even worse, and they think just telling them to move on is going to change everything. I mean, telling them to move on, I'm sorry, that's not going to do any wonders at all. And this is why I said, even when my mom passed away, is, people don't know how freaking lucky they already still have a mom. Or they're even lucky they even still have one freaking grandparent. And it's just like living in this, like, I guess, like, modern day era of all this freaking technology where all people do is be famous on social media, just really post about how great their life is and brag about, people just having kids and getting married. I'm like, I don't give a fucking shit at all. I'm sure they're sweet people, but it's like, every time that they post the same stupid thing the person on social media posts, it gets annoying. They may not look at it that way, but I fucking do. I'm just saying, it's like, maybe I'm being contradicting by telling them they need to find another hobby, but it's like, honestly, see, the thing is, it's like, what they need to realize when they obviously post the same stupid thing every other freaking social media influencer does, it's like, it kind of dilutes people. I'm just saying, it's like, that's literally what every other freaking social media influencer does. It's like, it's always, oh yeah, this is sponsored by this product, or it's like they post like, oh yeah, a product that they're interested in, and that's the whole reason why they're posting the videos, is to sponsor it. Yeah, so, okay, now we know what the point of the posting of the video was. Or the point of the video is just to sponsor a stupid product nobody cares about. It's like, it's so freaking performative. And I guess it's like, that's why I hate social media, is it's like, people can gloat and brag about how perfect the fucking life is. It's like, I just don't care. Like, because that people are like, oh yeah, you're just jealous. I'm like, maybe we are. Maybe we're just tired of seeing the same stupid crap every person probably posts everyone all the time. And the one thing, I don't know why I'm trying to make it sound like a big deal. It's like, sometimes when I post something on Facebook, if it's anything I'm interested in, I feel like some people that I'm friends with, nobody cares. Either they see it and they don't care, but then it's like when it's always some Christian religious shit, then it actually gets people's attention. Oh yeah, because I'm like, so the moment when I post anything religious on Facebook, then that's when people see it and like it. You see what I mean? I mean, I get people are not interested in the same things probably I'm interested in, but it's like, why am I friends with these people then? Or wait, why am I friends with people on Facebook? Why am I friends with these people on Facebook then? I mean, I don't know if I had the right to get mad the way I did like this one time, but I remember I went to school with this one person, and because I was trying to talk to her, but she just constantly kept on ignoring me for some reason. I don't know if I did say something or do something that made her do that. But then she just liked something I posted on Facebook, and I'm like, so wait, you ignore me, but then you like something I post on Facebook? That just kind of sounds like some backwards ass bullcrap. So it's like, okay, so you can ignore me a little bit of a ghosting asshole. I don't. I mean, I get it. It's like maybe I could have done something that may have pissed her off. And I really don't remember what I did or said, but it's like, why is it every time somebody's on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or anything, they do this thing where they open somebody's snap that they send them, or they send them a message on there. It's almost kind of like they're just intentionally being a dick, ghosting them, being an asshole, and then expect people not to get pissed off. It's like, I get for one, they either may not know the person, but it's just like, oh yeah, because you don't know the person, you can be a cunt towards them. And I'm like, so being on social media, you don't know the person, so just be a cunt towards them, and they'll go away, I guess. I don't know. I mean, plus it's like, if I know the person, it's like you can't expect me not to say hi to the person, but then again, whatever, I guess they may not know me, so that gives them a right to be a jerk. I mean, I just think social media has turned people into a bunch of conniving assholes. You know what I mean? It's like, people, it's like, when they're on social media, and people may not admit it, I think, social media, people forget how to actually treat people in real life. Because all they ever do is treat people like dog crap all the time, and they don't even ever admit that to them. And it's like one time, I don't know, because all I did was just try to be nice to this person. I mean, I don't know if she acts like that anymore, but I was just trying to be nice, saying hi, and every time I messaged her, she was just kind of being a really, kind of a huge jerk towards me for really no reason. And I'm like, okay, I didn't do anything, I was just trying to be nice. honestly, one thing I think is like, now it's like people are still in this phase where it's like, if someone passes away, they're just kind of tired of hearing about it only whenever I talk about it. And it's just like, I mean, people may not, think they're acting like that, but I really do think they are. And then they want to say that I have trouble communicating with people. I mean, maybe I do, but it's like, I'm not saying that nobody else doesn't either. And, if people choose not to acknowledge it, like, they're imperfect or something. It's like, every time I say anything about anything I'm interested in, they just look at me with a stupid look on their face. But when it comes to, oh yeah, nursing jobs, freaking religion, politics, and that's when, people are so super passionate about that. I'm like, it's obvious. They don't care. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, they think I'm not able to literally freaking put two and two together when they freaking, don't literally look at me with a freaking up. I mean, I'm not, I think, people lose the passion for certain things as they get older and they don't really choose to ignore that. If they choose to ignore, like, that's not the case. You know what I mean? You still there? I think, some people just, like, as they get older, they choose not to, acknowledge the fact that, because they got older, they lost a passion for certain things over time. And it's just like, when I choose to point it out, they think I'm wrong. I'm like, how am I wrong? Because I actually believe how I see it. It's like, I don't know, what were you saying? It's like, I can't talk to them about anything with, being looked at like a moron. Not like a moron, but it's like, like they just don't care to have a conversation with me on the stupid crap that they talk about all the time. Like, that's not a conversation if, majority of it is about the stuff that they care about, 24/7, or they just, I guess, like, stuff that they make a living on. Like, I get it. But there's more to life than, the stuff that they, I don't understand. I get their freaking passion about it. Give it a freaking rest. People are going to tell me the same thing. So I have to give my video games and my interest a rest, but then when it comes to other people and their interests and all the stuff that they make a living on, they can't, they don't want to do that. I'm like, okay, so I have to really sacrifice the stuff that I do and I like for the stuff that everybody else cares about and doesn't want to shut the F up. I'm just saying, it's just like, it's my word versus everybody else's. It's like, why is it going to be that way? It's like, what everybody else says means a whole lot more than what I have to say. Because why? They think I'm still a fucking kid because I fucking play video games? Like, probably who knows how many other adults? Or because I don't like it like any other, I think like, like a rational adult? Or I don't know. I mean, personally, why? They think just because I'm autistic, they think I'm not going to have any thoughts of my own? Or they think people who play video games are just going to have opinion of their own? What were you saying? I'm just saying, it's like, people's, like, their word versus, other people's needs. Please stop. I'm just saying, my opinion, a lot of people's, word matters, but it's like, when it comes to, like, one person's word matters more than a lot of other people. It's like they think, you know, that they're entitled to that shit, and I'm like, they're not. I mean, why? Because they think they have more of a purpose in this world than a lot of other people. I mean, I'm sorry that they think, you know, when it comes to anything else that they either do or say, it actually means something. In my opinion, it's like when they act like that, you know, they're being a bunch of twats about it. Why? Because she's not a Batman fan. So why is she why is she being that way though? Then, like, that don't even make sense. There we go. Some of those freaking animals take way too long to be killed. Sorry, what were you saying? I think it's like, you know, a lot of their family members, it sounds like they just tolerate anything regardless if it's a pain in the ass to anybody or not. Like, you know, and I feel like my dad is that same way sometimes. Like, he just tolerates too much shit sometimes. And it's just like, I get that sometimes he's working and then gets home and he's tired as hell, but it's like, why is it when it comes to, like, you know, oh yeah, my girlfriend Sherry is home, so it's like when he gets me up, I'm actually able to get up. It's like, am I wrong to think that, you know, it seems like he'll make an effort to actually get up, you know, if she actually wakes him up or something? It's like I hardly ever see him, and then it's just like, well, yeah, 20 minutes later, he's just in bed, and I'm like thinking, it's like, you know, I mean, I guess people are gonna get mad at me for thinking it like that, but it's like, you know, people wanting to make it every effort in the world for their job, and I'm like, I did, but nobody really seemed like they cared. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I guess there's a difference between, you know, me making an effort versus, you know, everybody else making an effort because it actually means something when other people do it. Some people give a fuck, you know, give a damn about making money. So,
said she played Return to Arkham. That's when I found out. I feel like it's produced in touches me because, usually it just doesn't want me to be.
Yeah, so how is PlayStation down? But what? I don't know. Video game companies being smart, that's really a concept of its own now. I feel like. Or maybe it's like a foreign concept nowadays. Because it's like every time they want to make a smart decision, it's like, or make any decision, they're just stumped like a. I mean, they're just like good decision. Like where have we ever heard those before? They just start laughing like a bunch of maniacal, greedy bastards. It's like, yeah, why would we run a company where it's like, passionate people actually care about making actual video games that, people love and don't think are complete garbage? And it's like, and people wonder why, people don't give a damn about these stupid ass lives. I mean, they'll shut down a million companies and then they'll just try to crap out all these, nonsensical freaking, you know, live service games like everybody cares about. Nobody cares about them.
Stuff and tell him that the president's horrible. And, he was like, "What do you want me to do it about it to make you happy?" I go like, "Nothing. I just want to say horrible stuff because, you know, we're always supposed to say
Yeah, see, the thing is, majority of the people probably don't even know him as an actual living, breathing human being, and I'm like, again, most of us have we never even met him, and all we ever hear about the person is probably negative stuff constantly. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back, guys. You know, I do remember actually reading The Killing Joke now that I think about it. Because there was a part where, hold on.
Where I think, yeah, he punches Joker in the face or something. I swear I actually read this. I really did. I'd say, wow, they actually were both accurately created in the movie. Oh yeah, yeah, it was the part where I think yeah he smacked Batman over in the head with a freaking wooden piece of wood or something.
Well, see, he almost killed her because you know he shot her in the stomach, and then she landed on the freaking coffee table, which I think ended up her in a wheelchair, which would explain why she was in a wheelchair. Wait, because was she in the wheelchair almost the entire time she was in the Arkham series? So this takes place after the Killing Joke. Yeah, I was wondered if, well, the Arkham series does take place in the same universe as the animated series. I mean, not to mention it's got the same voice actor who plays Joker and Batman. So it's like, I don't know, like the Arkham games feel actually a whole lot more darker and grittier than the animated series does. Gaslight Batman. Is he gaslighting you? Get it? What? Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Brightest day, blackest night. No, we hope no escape my sight. I don't know why when he said brightest day, then you think of the Green Lantern nose. Yeah, I think I've seen that. It was in the comics. Is that coming from your end? Why does it sound like a watch or a timer is going on? Why is it going on? Oh. Hope it wasn't me again. I'm sorry if that was my fault. Oh, really? Huh. Samsung phone. I did get it, but then I got rid of it. Yeah, I just was like, I don't know. I kind of don't want to like keep having to like restart the online campaign just to slowly get farther and farther in the game. I mean, it just kind of boggles my mind how AAA gaming companies keep literally asking, well, yeah, we don't know what fans want. I'm like, but they've been telling you what you want. They want Injustice 3. They want a Batman Batman Beyond Arkham game. Then they keep ignoring them. And they want to be like, oh yeah, we don't know what they want. You know what they want, you just keep ignoring them. Like, what do you mean you don't know what they want? Freaking liars. It's like they've been taking almost 10 years to make another Injustice game, and I'm like, it's ridiculous. Yet the first game came out 13 years ago. I mean, I will say, like, the one game I still think is pretty good, even though I don't really play it all that much, is DC Universe Online, which that actually still surprises me that game is still online after more than 10 years ago. I don't know how in the world that game is still online, but it's still online. Maybe that's DC related, that they haven't seemed like they've messed up completely yet. The Green Lantern one, or Batman costume? I was about to say gray or black. I understand. Freaking white. Oh, really? I will say the one one of Robin suits. I know people are gonna say it's terrible, but probably one of them. I think the one from Batman Forever, the Crystal Dawn Award, and maybe the black and red one from Batman and Robin. Even if it has fucking bat nipples on it. Hey Levi. Oh. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I kinda want those bat nipples if you know what I mean. Wait. At Nova 8956. Sorry, somebody sent me a message on here. Wait, what was? Oh, I was about to say that was on the Xbox 360. Oh, shit. Red Robin. Yo. Remember that? You know, I wonder just now, but why did Robin name himself after a bird? I guess, yeah, wasn't he like part of like some sort of a circus thing crew with his family before they were killed? I remember that from Batman Forever. Just, you know, Two-Face apparently killed his family. It does irritate me on some level that, you know, Bruce Wayne never really bothered on trying to turn into Batman the whole time all that stuff was going on. I mean, not to mention and I'm like, I don't know how he didn't hear him. He literally straight up says it in front of everybody. He's like, Harvey, I'm Batman. Like, just literally in front of everybody, and nobody even once hears him. I'm like, how do you not hear him? I'd say it must be really hard of hearing, man. I don't know. I was about to say I can kind of see that. I was say one, we went through a serious amount of pain, and then ended up becoming the Arkham Knight in the process. He was, I guess, supposedly dead, but then it turned out he wasn't. And it's funny because, like, you know, after his Arkham Knight helmet got destroyed, he just puts on what looks like a freaking Red Hood helmet. And I'm like, so wait, he becomes the Red Hood now? Which, I mean, like, so I'm like thinking, was Red Hood a villain or an anti-hero or something? Okay, well, I didn't know that. I was about to say, I mean, in my opinion, I thought that was a pretty unique take on a Red Hood outfit, though, even though it might either may or may not have was supposed to be. I don't know. I mean, at one point, I thought the Arkham Knight was like supposed to be some random Iron Man type crap. To be honest, I mean, that was before I found out he was Jason Todd the whole time. But I didn't know. I mean, it's like all that trouble just to try to get the, you know, capture the Arkham Knight, and then it's like when he turns right back around, he's gone. I'm like, so all that trouble just to get the Arkham Knight, and then he just like poof, disappears. That's disturbing. I don't know. It kind of does make him seem like a little bit of a coward, though. I'll be back, guys.
Oh, really?
I'm back, guys. Say what? Yo, Batman Beyond's like one of the most darkest heavy metal, maybe freaking 90s animated Batman TV shows I've ever seen. I need to watch that again because I haven't even really finished the whole series. That show was awesome, in my opinion, freaking awesome. Return of the Joker, was it? Wasn't there also a movie of Batman called Mask of the Phantasm? Oh, really? Wait, say it again? You know, I remember there was a moment where I think Joker turned Robin into one of his goons or something. Like, he literally turned him into him. Do you remember that? And then it's like, you know, he literally shoots him with what looks like I guess it was like a gag gun, but then he ends up impaling Joker with him. Impaling Joker with it? I'm like, damn. Which, I'm like thinking, wouldn't that have killed him now? So it's like, how in the world would he still be alive after that? I mean, that's the damn thing went through his chest like a damn freaking dartboard or something. On a meat hook? Wait, hold on. It was Tim Drake, right? The one that was... Hold on. Who was the Joker that... Or, sorry, who was the Robin that was turned into one of the Joker's goons? Was it Tim Drake? I remember there was really a clip of that where Batman was just beating that really the crap out of him, and then what? That would have been kind of hard to actually admit to that. I could have sworn to you I seen you at the RTI. I really know you went there one time when I was still there. Wait, who? Not Gavin Earls. I was about to say the Gavin I know, his last name was Gavin Earls. So you're not talking about that Gavin, right? I remember there was one girl I knew. Her name was, well, I don't want to say her name, but I really do remember her name was Sabrina. I don't know. I think she might have said something that kind of maybe offended somebody else I knew there too. And, I mean, maybe she knew what she was saying, but I don't think she knew what she was saying was probably upsetting someone. I don't know. Sometimes I think there's such thing as saying something and probably not realizing what you're saying is probably making somebody offended by it or upset. I don't know. I tried many times to try to get in contact because, I thought she was kind of cool, but, I never did. there's this one girl also named Bailey who I think was gonna be there, but then I don't know. Something happened with her. I don't know what went. I thought she was cool as well, but then she never really came back. I don't know. You know, I remember at the time, and I'm not even joking. Do you remember the Kashi 6ix9ine? Remember I was actually. I mean, I still think his music's actually pretty decent, but you know, I'm being obsessed with his music at the time. What program? Oh, mind if I can? Hold on. All I need to do is get my shoes on and I'll be ready. Where's it at? Oh, Bland? Okay.